So we are also going live on a YouTube, and I would like to welcome all over here in the Accelerator Recruitment Program. So we are here regarding the whatever challenges we are facing in terms of recruitment as a company we are facing, and the biggest challenge is recruiting the right talent. So nowadays we usually see that we are not able to find right talent and the right candidate across the industry. So it is really important to know what you do and what you should not do to hire right talent for your company, and that is where this webinar take place. So we are hoping you usually get lots of insights in terms of recruitment, and that will help you to master your company's recruitment after this webinar. So as this topic is a talk of town, so we thought to bring the best personality in the industry who is associated with this profession recruitment for a long time. So allow me to introduce Mr. Dax Bamania, who is with us on this Zoom meeting. He is the founder and CEO of TIGI HR, that is known for private recruitment training and consultation. And Mr. Dax Bamania is honored with the various awards like Best Motivation Speaker on Wikilistia, and nominated as the Asia One Young Asian Entrepreneur 2019 and 20. And there are so many more videos on his cap. So, and he's also the best-selling author for the book of Productivity Promoter. So, before we start this webinar, I would like to have run one poll, and I would like to have your opinion on what kind of things you are facing, like a challenge you are facing in terms of recruitment. So you will be able to see one in your board right now. So please select the appropriate options from your side. Are you able to see a poll? Yes. So we are expecting the more number of your involvement from your side, just to make this webinar more interactive and interesting. And we usually having the vision of delivering the best insight in terms of recruitment to you. So we'll be waiting for 1 minute just to close this poll. So we are expecting more number of reply from your side, guys. Please. Yes. So this usually poll is about what kind of a work mode type the company or maybe an employee should have. So work from office, work from home, and hybrid mode. Yeah. So now it looks like you guys have been stopped. Okay. So I do have a result at my side, and I'm going to end the poll from my side. And thank you very much for your participation. I would like to share the result with you guys. Just let me know if you're able to see the result. So 63% participants are agree employees should do work from office. 15% agreed on work from home, and 23% agreed on hybrid model. Right, sounds really interesting. So let these webinar make more interactive by running one more poll. Okay, and would like to gather some important information. And trust me, guys, this whatever poll we are running right now, it is going to be really helpful to to make you understand in our next webinar presentation. So I'm going to run second poll. It's regarding in your screen. It's regarding challenges. So what kind of a challenges you are facing in terms of hiring the right talent? So you would require to select the appropriate options by reviewing all the options. So please go through it. And I'm expecting more number of input from your side. Yes. So if you have to name one big one thing as your biggest hiring headache, what would it be? So there are 4 options available. The good ones are not getting multiple offers simultaneously. There is a shortage of qualified candidates, and not everyone is actively looking for a job, and it is really hard to grab ideal candidates' attention. Yes. So I'm going to close this poll in the next 30 seconds. Perfect, perfect. I'm able to see like a lots of input from your side, and it is making me like curious to run this webinar as a host. It sounds really interesting. Yes. So let me end this poll now, and let's start moving forward from here. I'm going to end the poll and sharing result in front of you. You'll be able to see the result in your screen. See. So likewise, 59% are agreed with the number one option, 31% as a like a shortage of a qualified candidates, 13% not everybody is actually looking for a job, and 28% agreed upon the last option. It is hard to grab ideal candidates' attention. Yes. So now we are on a stage we have approximately 54 attendings with us right now, and we are looking forward to take it forward. And before we start this webinar, I would like to set some ground rule. So ground rule number one is I would request you all to please keep a notebook and pen ready with you, just beside you. So like whatever points are going to cover in this webinar, it will help you to make it note down, and you can use it in your daily routine recruitment process. Second option is really interesting, guys. Just to likewise, you would require to stick yourself to this webinar. So please fasten your seatbelts so that you would not require to go here and there, and you can just focus on like whatever content are being presented right now. And third option is like whatever questions and queries you would be having. So please, drop a message in the chat box, and please keep your mic on a mute mode. Yeah. So without taking much time, okay, I would like to welcome Mr. Dax Bamania and share his knowledge about how to recruit the right talents for your company. And yes, Dax Bamania, it's over to you now. You can take it forward. Thank you very much.
So first of all, thank you for inviting me, and let's go ahead with the introduction first. So could you guys please write it down your location in chat box? That what is your location, by the way? Where are you from as of now? Such as like I'm sitting in Gandhinagar.
Wow, some of people are from Ahmedabad, Surat, Mumbai
Surat,
also.
Ahmedabad. Surat, Ahmedabad. Please go ahead. Yes, yes. I'm from Nagpur. That too. Deepesh is from Ahmedabad. All right, perfect. So without wasting much time, let's go ahead with the PPT and let's go ahead with the recruitment and that how exactly we can do better in our recruitment journey. All right. So let me share my screen and go ahead. But before that, I need your excitement. So are you excited? You can write yes in chat box.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, some of them are not much. Now, much of them are not many.
Yes.
Please go ahead. All right, that's perfect. Let's go ahead. So would you be able to see my screen? Screen is visible well, right? Yes, perfect. Okay. All right. So the today's topic is just give me a second. Okay. So the topic is rework on recruitment. So we have to rework on our recruitment process, that what we are doing and what we have to do. So we'll discuss more about it. So let's start with the thing. You cannot be able to grow by knowing more about recruitment. You will grow more by implementing more about the recruitment. So go beyond your myths. See, nowadays, what is happening in market, people are aware about the recruitment process. They know that these kind of things are right and this kind of things are not. but at the time of implementation, they are implementing only 1 or 5% of the things. So here, keep this in mind that go beyond your myths. Don't just keep it in mind, implement it. If you want to get a better result out of it, implement it, right? So what we need to implement actually, so we always have a two choice. The first choice, that is the easy one, and second, that is the right one. So what is that first choice, that is easy one? To hire an ordinary person. That is the easy choice. But the right choice is to hire the right person. It might take a more time, more effort, more collaboration, and more expenses too. Not focusing on complete culture, that is the easy choice. But highly focused and serious about company culture, that is the right choice. Not good at employer branding, that is the easy choice. But creating a good employer branding, that is a right choice. Hire a new person, that is easy choice sometime. But retain an existing employee, that is the right choice. So we have to plan out with this things as well, with the easy choice as well, and with the right choice as well. So we have to focus more towards the right choice. That what we need to choose, that is the right one, right? So not have enough budget for training, that is also easy, but they keep right kind of budget for training, that is the right choice, right? So there are some excuses and solution would be always with there with the within a recruitment process or the any other process, but that is depends on you, that what you are choosing and what you are taking further, right? Then interesting facts about the HR and recruitment industry. See, what we are doing nowadays, we are messing with the statistics. We are not doing analyzing of the analytics. So analyzing of the analytics is most important task ever. Just think that 96 of organizations believe employer branding can positively impact on the company revenue as well. So do think about it. Employer branding is actually necessary. 78% of candidates says that experience they get and an interview reflects directly on how company values their people. So what we learn out of that, we have to modify the interview journey as well. And when we need to look into that part, that we have to make it more better, right? So look into that part very, very carefully, that 78 percentage of candidate experience that interview indirectly or directly reflect the how you value your employees. So जो भी candidate interview में if someone is coming to you, give them that experience, give them customer experience, give them candidate experience, right? And 69 percentage of consumer have stopped purchasing a brand after hearing the poor employee treatment. So if you are not managing your employee, it will impact on your revenue as well. So do think about it as well. And the one who think that yes, they are managing their employee very, very good, like they are giving good environment, their company culture is good. So it's also impact on revenue. It create a positive revenue as well. So 80% of talent, talent acquisition managers believe that recruitment is easier if the right employer brand is actively maintained. So there are two companies, one is Google and second one is ABC. So we need to believe that where we need to go. And that also depends on the employer branding too, right? So we need to think about this statistics. We need to identify this more statistics about the within similar field, and we have to implement it. So many of them now knowing about this thing, but it depends on you that are you implementing this thing in your daily life, in your daily professional life. So that is actually necessary. So the process of recruitment or the rework on recruitment, that is first aware about the actual pain point. That what you are getting as a pain point, like candidates are not joining on time, candidates are taking a lots of counter offers and everything. So first, aware about it. Second, accept it. Yes, it's happening, then it's happening. Do not deny on this. Yes, so accept it. First, aware about the actual pain point. Second, accept it. Third, rework on that pain point, that what are the pain point we are getting and how exactly we can resolve it. It's not a big deal, but by changing or modifying the small things, we can make it more better in the big result as well, right? So do believe in that, that we need to work on rework to the improvement process. And once you work on that, rework, then implement the same to the continuous process, again go with the same process. So this process will help you out with the rework on your recruitment process. So well utilization of the available resources. This is the first thing we all have to focus on the first. That is why what we are doing actually, we are always finding a new thing, but sometimes it is important to stop there and identify the current available resources. Are we utilizing that resources on right way or at optimum level? So do focus on that you have to utilize your resources on optimum level. So first, that is the social media. So social media can help you out with the employer branding. Second, Glassdoor and Google. So nowadays we are using Glassdoor and Google to find the
Dux, you're on mute actually.
all right.
Yeah.
Now audible? Perfect. Okay. So now the candidates are going to the Glassdoor or Google and they are identifying your reviews. And if you are not working on it, someone else will go ahead and put anything they want to put and wanted to post over there, right? So do focus on that as well, that you have to focus your Glassdoor, Google reviews. You have to reply them. If someone have issue, then also reply them, right? Good reviews are not coming directly. For that, you have to work on that. Third, LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is the best plus platform for nowadays and in future as well. So company culture and branding, you can create your page and you can showcase the actual talent over there, that we are hiring these people and we are providing this type of company culture. We are celebrating this type of event and everything, right? And do focus on the feedback and feed forward process. So what is that forward process? We'll discuss later. Then employer branding. So what is this actually? While the employer branding word comes to us, we need to think about that. What is this actually and what we need to promote in employer branding? So first, that is work-life balance, that our company is providing work-life balance to the candidate. Second, communication via social media. So you have to connect with your clients or the candidates or job seekers via social media. You have to create something like such as Chiron just generated the poll. So we get engaged with that particular poll. And similarly, we have to create social media communication way as well. Then good salary and benefits, that is the must thing that you have to work on. But it is not the only thing. Then career development. You have to showcase the career development chart to your candidates, the talent you are attracting from the market. So if there will be three companies, the person will choose a better company with the employer branding, with salary and benefits as well, right? Then value and ethics, you have to showcase your value, culture and ethics over the different media, right? Then career page and blog on website. So you have to create some content related to your job posting on on your website, so that people can directly come over there and they can directly apply for you, or they can get interested with your requirement, right? And flexibility and extracurricular activities are also important, such as like we were going to the school and we were just studying about the books, but some periods we got for the exercise and some for the sports and everything. So extracurricular activity that day also important and this day is also important. So keep 1 or 2 days in a month for the extracurricular activities. Go for team outing, go for the picnic and something like that, or something like related to the learning facilities or training seminars also related to the same. Then festival celebrations, employee recognition, email newsletters. Generate the email newsletter to your current employee, previous employee, and someone who interested with your company. Do provide them the good news about your company, that we got featured with this particular magazine and this newspaper and everything, right? Then do organize corporate event or the annual functions of your company. Focus on team outing and tours as well. So this is something employer branding that we have to showcase in market, right? Then do to understand more about company and people, we have to focus 180 degree and 360-degree feedback. If any HR is joining a new company, they have to must perform this task first. So what is this feedback task? Actually, that is 180-degree feedback is you are taking a feedback from senior and junior, not from others, just from senior and juniors of within particular position or within particular department. But the 360-degree reviews are from customer, from senior, from junior, from HR, from the PUN as well, right? So you have to focus on this two type of feedback first, and then you have to feel it as a empathy. Empathy is the only word, empathy and emotion that makes us different from the robot. So we have to focus on that particular one, that is empathy. So if you want to hire better, first you have to look your side by the employee side. That if you're gonna put your leg in employee shoes, then only you'll be able to understand the actual scenario that that person, how exactly he feels about your company, and how exactly he feels about the counter offer as well. So you have to focus on that empathy first. Go for the feedback. Second, transfer that in feed forward. But before that, you have to feel the empathy for particular thing, right? So focus on that empathy first. Okay. Then about sourcing. So sourcing is the challenge nowadays. Like our business is running because that is your challenge, right? So, but we do have a system and process for that. As of now, what you need to do if you want to become a good at sorting part, first you have to focus on your job distribution. So, are you posting your job on right platforms? That is extremely necessary thing. Second, oh, okay. Now, what platform you need to choose? So that is depends on your industry. So as per the industry, go with the website and check out the traffic of that particular website. Do not believe on any website or any job portal without identifying the statistics about that particular website, such as like you are looking for Naukri. Go to some website and find identify that how many people are coming to Naukri every day. The how many active users are there, right? So find out that statistics and then only choose the right platform and invest on that particular platform. Then talent data search. So that is also important that some portals are providing database as well, and we are purchasing that data. But before that, also do research about the statistic of the analytics about that particular company. Then collaborate with the industry experts like recruitment companies. Then keep a record of the internal database. It is possible that today, if you are connecting with one person and person is having only 6 years or 6 months of experience, and you are looking forward for 2 years of experience, but after 1.5 year, that person will be your target audience. So keep that in your database and do believe in that the date would be there, so yet you can directly consider the same at after 1.5 year as well, because the data is the wealth. So do manage your record well, and for that you can utilize ATS or something like the data management tool accordingly. And social media and digital media campaigns as well for sourcing. I'm not talking about the organic one that you already aware about that, but the paid one as well. So you can generate the PPC campaign as well, like pay per click in Google ads. Then you can generate the same in Instagram or in LinkedIn as well with the pay per click or the sponsor advertisement. So do arrange this type of things as well for the sourcing part. Then focus on refer and earn program, because your employee are your brand ambassador. They can give you or they can meet you with the right talent that you are looking forward for. So generate the better reference campaigns so that they get encouraged to provide you something good that you are looking forward for. Because if you are in contact with one software developer with the 7 years of experience, that person have met near about 20 or 50 software developer in this particular lifespan. The target audience I'm talking about, not the whole one, but the one that you are looking forward for, they have 50 or 20 in their contact to whom they can directly share your link, and they can get the reference for the same, right? So do provide them affiliated marketing with the same, that you are providing the particular link in which they can directly get the candidate from market and they are getting reward for the same. So do focus on this sourcing part as well. Then growth is a choice. Do believe in that as per our first slide, I told you that knowing more, that is not important. Implementing more, that is important. So implementation is a choice, such as like growth is a choice. So efforts are choice, dedication are choice, consistency are choice, accountability is choice, and actions are choice. So we have to focus on this, that growth is a choice, and we have to make that right choice. So earlier we started with the easy one and right one. So here growth is a choice. So it's up to us that we are choosing the right one or easy one, right? So do focus on that. Let me give you the graph on this particular thing only. The evolution mindset. So what is this evolution mindset actually? So if challenges are increasing and if your skill is not increasing, you'll go to the anxiety. आप anxiety में चले जाओगे. Then if skill is increasing but the challenges are not increasing, you'll go to the boredom. आप उदासी में चले जाओगे. So you need to focus on that. You need to maintain the proper amount of challenges and skill. As per the challenges, you have to build your skill, and accordingly you can focus on this evolution pathway, right? So do focus on this evolution pathway, and accordingly you can proceed further in recruitment era as well. So recruitment, like the challenges is growing on that people are not joining on time. So that is the challenges. So are you doing something about your skills related to that, or you are building something good related to that? So that is extremely important, that you need to focus on this growth mindset, and along with that you have to focus on the evolution as well, right? Then rework on the complete process. Now it come to the actual strategy. What is that rework? So rework is a global strategy that's implemented by the base work company. So we all are a bit aware about that base work and that company. So what they are providing a project management tools. Base camp actually they call, right? So base camp is actually implementing the rework strategy. They do have near about 56 employees across 10 countries. So what they have actually developed, they have developed a strategy that via less efforts, via smart work, how exactly we can increase our results, how exactly we can give a good revenue to the company within less employees, right? So they have created this strategy, and this is something we going to implement in our recruitment process as well. So first we have to rework on the company culture, that what we can do about our company culture as per the market scenario, as per our company need, as per our industry need. Interview round. See, my suggestion is that decrease your interview round if you are taking more than 4 round or more than 3 round. Keep it max as a three. Because as per the statistics, as we discussed about that, interview itself tells about the company. Your coordination in interview itself tells about the company. So people will gonna predict about your company via your behavior as well in interview. So do focus on your behavior in interview as well, that we need to be more coordination. Like we need to showcase the more coordination to the candidates, that yes, we are available for you. And if this person is not relevant, then also give them the sugar coated answer, that this is something, yeah, that you need to improve, right? And then CTC structure. So we definitely need to work about this as according to the trend, right? So in CTC structure, we can like the transparency would be there, but we can increase some things as a like variable, or we can add some retention bonus, that if person is staying with us, then we're going to give that. Like yesterday, I was going through with the Krunal Sah's post. He had posted that earlier we were getting the lots of issue with the person is getting the offer letter and they are not joining. They started giving the Apple laptop with the same, like MacBook with the offer letter, and the people 90% of the scenario get increase of the joining. So we could give, like, MacBook is not the kind of thing that everyone can give, but yes, we could think about the way that they have done. We could give some like goodies and something like that related to that people could join more to us, right? Then onboarding process, this is also important, that what you are showcasing to the candidate. So your onboarding process will decide that how long candidate will stay with you, 1% or 2%. So do focus on this 1 or 2% as well. So via 1 and 2%, you'll completely synthesize the 100% of your employee journey, that how long it would be stay with us, right? Then reward and benefits. So do focus on this as well, that you are providing some rewards and benefits to the employee. So rework on this complete chart, then rework on employer branding and company policy too, right? If you'll be rigid with your company policy or your traditional method, and if you are not doing modification in that particular method, do not expect much from the market. Because see, as something is that communication work for those who work for it. Similarly, recruitment work for those who work for it. So do focus on your recruitment process, completely restructure your process and rework on the basic micro small points that what you need to improve at that particular point, right? So focus on this thing, then an excuse is a distance between who you are and who you were to be. Now, after knowing this many things, you are aware about many things. But now, what you need to focus on, you need to first focus on the change. That yes, as per the market trend, you have to change your process. You have to rework on things. Second, challenges. If you are not getting any challenges, it might be possible that you are on wrong task or you are into the wrong department. Everyone is getting the challenges, but as per the stage or chart that we going through with the rework chart, first aware about your challenges. Second, accept your challenges. And third, rework on your challenges. And third, that is the competition. So compete with your own self, that earlier we were doing less good, now we are not doing good that. So improve yourself accordingly, right? So an excuse is distance between who you are and who you wish to be. So do focus on this, that you are not giving that particular excuse to yourself, and you are giving change, challenge, and competition to yourself, right? And then future of recruitment will look like around this work. So people usually ask me in the question that what would be the future of recruitment? Is HR would be there, or what is the future of HR as well? So recruitment would be stay around these words only. The first, that is virtual recruiting. So virtual interview, do not hesitate to take the virtual interviews. Start taking the virtual interviews. Then hybrid work culture, it would be there in future, and we have to focus that as well. Then automation. So do focus on the tracking, ITS, and automation as well. Then AI, ML, and Web3 would be there in future. Do focus on it by today only. So AI, ML, and gamification and recruitment would be used for the many purposes, but the initial purpose would be for interview and for assessment process, like the assessment test and everything. So there are some companies providing gaming based assessment test as well, that the candidates should have to play the game, and accordingly they'll identify the attitude, accordingly they'll identify the confidence and everything. And in interview, NLP, the neuro linguistic process, is giving us the idea about the attitude and confidence both, that via facial expressions, via frequency of the voice, the AI and ML giving us that this person was that much confident about their particular thing, answers that they have given. Then chatbot and voice process would be there to boost up the conversation process. Like we are also building a voice bot for our company. Then social recruiting. So social recruiting would be there as a for the sourcing, that you are spreading your links at every now and then in particular social media and different medias, and then you are getting the candidates out of that. Internet recruiting. So both word are different, internet recruiting and social recruiting. So you have to focus on both. That internet recruiting is something we are going through with the Google AdSense and everything, and social recruiting we are using the social media and that all, right? Then data analytics. Do focus on data, and market is going to be a data driven market only. If you are not focusing on data, you are wasting your money. So it might be possible that out of 100 for one time, you are getting result without data as well, or the extreme result. But 99 times, it might be possible that you are going with the data, then it would be help you in a long run, right? The recruitment outsourcing, hire through an agency. So this would be the part as well in the future of recruitment, because see, in India, lots of startups are there in a comparison to 2015. So nowadays is the trend of startup, and we are living into the digital era, the creators era, where people are creating everywhere, on every social media, on YouTube, on internet, right? So we are living into this era, and the startups are going accordingly. The need of recruitment will also goes on, right? And similarly, AR, VR also would be there in recruitment for the future. So for interview and assessment process, right? So we can focus on this, the future of recruitment as well. And accordingly, three types of employees are there as per the Gallup service. So Gallup is an organization who are doing surveys related to the work culture, related to the employee, related to the customer mindset, and they have provided this three types. The first, that is engage. The one employees who are actually engaged with the complete system that they are doing, and they are involved with the particular process. Second, disengage. So they are not interested more about this. But the third are actively disengaged. The second category is someone who are doing work for the something like they need bread and butter, or they have to give some money at home. That's why they are working. But the actual goal of their life is something different. Actual interest of their life is something different. And the third, that is actively disengaged. So actively disengaged as the people are who believe in that Raghupati Raghav Rajaram jitna paisa utna kam. So do focus on these three categories and categorize your interview questions more related to towards like character, more related to towards the ethics, that you are identifying the ethics via interview questions, and accordingly hire your candidate, because this would be actually important in the future, right? Then focus on small things such as like quick response. So this makes a good impression in the candidate's mind. Like if your company is taking the interview of someone and they are not giving answer to candidate till 15 days, why are you thinking that you are doing good? That is not good at all. Give the instant response within 1 or 2 days, right? So do focus on this, is just the example, and you through the complete process you have to focus on the quick response as well, because small things make a big difference, right? Then smoothness and clarity in the process is actually important. Some persons have a hectic recruitment process that during interview only 60% candidate left the interview because they have a hectic process. Yes, the strong or hard process would be acceptable. That yes, you have to find the better person, and for that you have to take a challenging interview. But do think about the smoothness and clarity, that your interview process is clearly visible to the candidate. That yes, first round is this, second is this, and third is this, and in this round they're gonna take this much time to do smooth and clear your interview process. Encourage through growth chart. So you can encourage your recruitment process via growth chart, that you are giving them growth chart or presentation related to that particular post, that we could give you this after this, right? Then career development and value addition opportunities. So do think about it as well, that what you are doing to your employee as career development and value addition opportunities. And do focus on the algorithm behind any platform. What is that algorithm? Such as, let's take example of the any portal, like the portal that is Indeed. So if you are posting any job on Indeed, and if you are not opening Indeed at all, or you are not going your job post and you are not clicking and checking that how many response are there, the Indeed will decrease your job post. So your job post will goes down and down and down. Now at the second end, if you are posting on job post, you are going to that particular job and you are identifying evaluating candidate every day on that particular job post, and you are replying them in SMS as well, you are having a conversation with them as well, then they'll consider that yes, this person is actively looking for hiring, and they're going to focus on that. So do believe in that you are focusing on the right algorithm. So every platform do have their own algorithm. So you cannot do something like that you have posted the job and you are thinking that we are not getting the enough candidates. For that, you have to check that platform again and again and again as per their algorithm. So similarly, like LinkedIn also have some algorithm. In one like, it will count as a one post. One comment, it will count as a 10 point, and one share, it will count as a 100 point. So you have to believe that algorithm as well, that as per the algorithm, they're going to boost your particular post. So do believe in that and focus on this algorithms as well, right? Then rework on the complete retention process as well, better compensation, salary, retention, CTC, then promotion, family gatherings. So you have to provide this type of thing to keep your retention at the right place. Okay. Then two categories are there. So how much time do we have, Chiran?
Like we do have like more 5 minutes, and the last 10 minutes we will keep it for Q&A.
Perfect. So two categories would be there. Things that you must do and things that you choose to do. So it totally depends on you that what you are doing must do, that you have to do. But it depends on you that what you are actually choosing. So choose the right thing that you have to do, right? And as we started with that, by knowing more about recruitment, you won't be able to do the good in recruitment. For that, you have to implement more about the same. So the talent or employee will give you importance till you are giving them importance. So do believe about that. Do focus on this as well, that you are giving them importance. You are giving them highest importance. So accordingly, they will give you the importance, right? So once you take them for granted, do not expect good from them as well, right? So do focus on this. So thank you. As of now, we are done with this particular PPT. Now we can go ahead with the question answers.
Thank you very much, Dax, for a very good insight about like how like what kind of like to-dos we are supposed to keep in our mind in terms of recruitment process, what the HR recruiter is supposed to be do, should not do. So yeah, definitely you have given like a good insights on pros and cons as well. And so folks, we are open for the questions if you have. You can type your question in a chat box, and we will take it for one by one. Okay, so Dax, meanwhile, we receive any question in the chat box. I do have one questions.
Yes, please.
In IT industry, we usually, when we hire any new candidate, like a right talent, right? So we usually talk about a bond and agreement, and we usually hire them like a 1 year bond, like a 2 year bond, likewise. So do you think like whether bond or agreement should be compulsory, or that could be not for fresher or experienced employee candidate?
Okay, so now just think that if you are the employee, do you prefer to go with that?
Yeah, definitely. But I would not prefer, but I would require to look after like what kind of things I'm getting behind it.
But that thing we need to focus on. That candidate, they don't have any issue with the bond, but they are looking the same. If you are saying that someone is at Google or at Just Dial and they are asking for the bond, they'll go with that. Reason? Because they have that good impression in market. They have that good company culture in market, right? But at the same end, we need to look at our company as well. That as we are the startup, we have just provided the 2 to 3 years in market, and now we are asking someone to stay with us with the bond. That is extremely not advisable from my end. Nowadays, do focus on your culture. Candidate will definitely stay with you. But if see, this is not depends on the one thing only, there would be the synthesis of many things that people are gathering and then they are taking the decision of that particular thing. So empathy word is extremely important for this particular thing, that should I keep bond or not. For some project you have to keep it there, but not make it necessary for everyone and all the time. As per the trend and as per the market demand, do change it, right? And as you are keeping the bond, you could provide that salary as well, that someone would be there for that longer time, right? So if you are providing a better to better salary, they'll be there for a longer time.
Right. We have next question from Bridges Rani. Which is the best paid job portal for IT recruitment?
Job portal for IT, LinkedIn.
Yes,
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Anything else apart from LinkedIn?
Nowadays, no.
Nowadays, no. Okay. The next question from Abhijit Nayak. Candidates mostly relocate to metro cities and they don't want to relocate to any other cities. And they usually ask for work from home. So in these situations, what the company can do.
Okay, see, according to my experience, what actually matters a lot, you could give work from home as well, but ask them to invite at your office, inform them to stay with you for at least 3 months. If someone is with you at 3 months, you'll get identified that you should give him work from home or not. And then if you are giving them work from home, that would be completely okay. Because after that, you are aware about that person and that person is aware about your company values, ethics, and your company goals, right? Then you might get a good performance, but for short period of time that you could consider as a 2 years, right? Then after that person will take your opportunity as a granted, and it might be possible that they are not that much productive after that. So that is the practical answer for the same.
Okay, Abhijit, I believe Dax has answered your question. If yes, please type it yes in the chat box, please. The next question from Tanvi Rathod.
Mhm.
Is it to take a check or salary or reserve or original documents appreciated by the candidate? So in a nowadays, like most of the IT companies or any other industry, they usually ask for like a security deposit check, then education certificates,
Got it.
just for a hiring process. So
Then you are
regarding that.
wasting a potential talent. Your
Yeah.
potential talent will want come to you.
So in this kind of a situation, like what we supposed to do, like what the company is supposed to do,
Provide.
how the company can ignore these kind of things.
Okay. See, if you are taking bond, it would be okay. But still, if you are taking going with this type of documents or everything like that, they'll consider you as a like out of that 5 company, they'll keep you at the last priority. So what we need to do in this particular situation, keep your salary date. So first, see, on media, I cannot say about this much, but still let me give you idea about that. What you could do, you can keep work on your salary date, that like we are paying salary on 15th, we are not paying it on 10th or on 5th, we are paying it on 1 5 15th. Why? Because every time salary would be like the 15 days salary would be on hold. So before like going left the company, candidate will stay for this salary and they'll go with the proper notice period. And if someone who want to go from your company, they'll go anyhow. If you are keeping the documents, then also they're gonna go, right? So work out on your micro points, that what are these micro points on what you can focus on. So you could give some loan to them with the proper documentation. Like you are offering, someone is wanted to purchase a car, you are offering them, but you are taking the same on the paper as well. That for car, we're gonna cut this much salary from your regular salary, right? So you need to focus on this type of rewards and this type of retention bonus as well. You could keep some retention bonus that if you are completing 2 years in our company, you'll get 1 lakh extra, right? So you could focus on that particular thing.
Okay.
Yes, please. Next.
Yeah. So next question is from Namrata Misra. In Surat, we have a major issue that candidates don't respond on time since they have a lot of offers in hand. So any strategy
Sorry,
to
since they have not lots of.
opportunities and offer letters in
Okay.
hand. So what could be done in these kind of things? Like any strategy for this?
Okay. So first, it depends that why people are not considering your opportunity as the first priority. There are lots of opportunity in market. There are some startups as well who are providing the 50 lakh as well, and there are some startups who are providing only 20 lakhs as well within the same position, within the same experience as well. I'm talking about, but still 20 lakhs person gets that candidate in their company. So what is actually they are doing? So this is the complete process. It comes from the employer branding to the company culture, right? So we have to focus on this small points: employer branding, company culture, then what we are providing to the candidates as a benefit. See, there will be no a particular one word answer for the same, that I'm going to give you this jari buti and jaiye apne candidate pe dal dijiye wo aa jayega. So it won't be like that. So like there would be no jadoo ki chhadi. So we need to focus on the right synthesis of the small things, that from the company culture. See, it won't give you the result directly. If you are focusing on employer branding and if you are expecting result on very first day, it won't be possible. So एक बच्चे को भी आने के लिए 9 month लगते हैं, तो इसमें process लगेगा. Be consistent with your employer branding, be consistent with your good reviews, be consistent with the provide current good culture to your current employees, right? And then it will goes to the market, and then you'll get the better candidate and the top priority as well. Do something about your employer branding, provide your career articles and blogs to that particular candidate. See, what we are doing, if someone is giving interview at our place, we after that we are sending them article the good articles about our company, that we listed as a most trusted company, we listed as a most preferred company, we listed as a top 5 consultant in India. So the and we are not sending it together, we are sending it after one day, after 2 3 days, after 4 5 days. So the candidate is continuously getting good news. See, if Modi ji अगर सूरत में आने वाले हैं तो कितने टाइम पहले हमें पता रहता है, कितने टाइम पहले पता रहता है?
Depends, like maybe like before 1 month, 15 days.
Before 1 month 15 days हमें पता रहता ही है, because उनकी ग्रेविटी उतनी क्रिएट करते हैं. सो कैंडिडेट के माइंड में आपकी कंपनी की ग्रेविटी को क्रिएट करनी पड़ेगी, आपको अच्छी चीजें वहां पे देनी पड़ेगी, अच्छे रिव्यूज की लिंक उनको देनी पड़ेगी, आपके लिंक्डइन पेज की लिंक देनी पड़ेगी जो सब एक्टिव है. ऐसा नहीं कि 1 साल पहले वहां पे पोस्ट की थी अब तक कोई पोस्ट नहीं किया. सो वी नीड टू फोकस ऑन दैट थिंग्स एज वेल. सो ये छोटी छोटी चीजें जब कैंडिडेट्स को हमें प्रोवाइड करनी पड़ेगी, वो सामने से भी ढूंढने जाए या ना जाए, we need to give them this detail, and that's why only I told you that keep them in your newsletter. वो आज ज्वाइनिंग भी नहीं करता ना, तो भी 1 month के बाद उनको कांटेक्ट करो वापस, that are you available, because in counter offer 60% people are actually available after 1 or 2 months. So do focus on that as well.
Yes.
Yes, please.
So folks, we do have like a 5 minutes of time, and we have like a couple of more questions, and we do have a time limit till 4 p.m. So I won't be able to take all the questions right away, but like whatever questions I find like that is very important just to get the answer from Dax Bamania. So I'll take it for now. And yes, the YouTube video is like this webinar is available on YouTube video as well. So even after having this conversation, you can have a look at it. And I have shared the video or like a YouTube video link in this chat box for your references. Yes, that's not, next question is regarding how to avoid last moment offer decline by the candidate. Last moment.
You cannot. You cannot.
Any other strategy about it?
You can convince them. You can try to give a better salary than someone else is giving. You can try to give them better CTC, not the salary actually. You can try to give them better CTC, and you know the meaning about the CTC, right? So you can work out on that particular structure of the CTC, and you might offer them with retention bonus or with joining bonus. So retention bonus is that you are not giving as of now. You're going to give that amount after a year, or you can offer some tour or something like the perks would be there. So you can try with that. But if the person have decided in their mind that he want to do this only, then you cannot do the same on last moment. But still, what you can do, you can keep options for the same. That if person will delay, I do have a plan B, that I'll hire that person from my pipeline, right? So keep that person in your pipeline always. Nowadays, that is always must advisable. Keep person in pipeline.
Yeah. Next question from Millie Butt. We all are looking forward to make Surat as an IT hub, and what do you think should be our approach toward making Surat as an IT hub? Is it enough? Also, we see resources from Surat moving outside the city. What can we do to bring in the resources from other metro city to Surat? Because eventually resources are the ones who make the infrastructure IT hub.
Okay, लोग बाहर जा क्यों रहे हैं? इसका सबसे बड़ा रीजन है, फर्स्ट, they are getting a good salary. They need a metro lifestyle, right? Whether everything would be there, they need good companies who are paying much. So first, Surat have to increase their budget first to keep candidates in market. See, I'm more practical about this. I'm not giving you any considerable answer that people are looking for the sugar coated answer. It won't be from my side. So what is that? First, you have to work on the payout structure, because then someone is getting the salary good in Pune, the expenses would be definitely high, but they are expecting the same from Surat as well, that it will gonna be gonna become a IT hub. Then IT hub definitely pay a lots to the candidates, right? And similarly, they are expecting good out of it.
Right.
So it would be there, but first they need to work on the this benefits part, that how much your compensation would be there. Second, we need to work on the complete ecosystem. See, there are some IT associations would be there who are arranging job fairs and everything. So what you have to do, you can connect with the training companies.
Right.
The association directly connected with the training companies such as like iNeurons, Newton School, Mathai School, and then you can inform that you need this type of talent till end of the year, end of the year, and we'll hire that candidate for sure from your end if you are giving the right kind of training to them, right? And then you can directly get that talent at your place, right? But for that you have to wait for some time till the training duration. You have to provide them data. You have to actively participate with them for the right kind of training that what you are looking for, and they're going to give that practical training to the candidate, and then you can hire that candidate, and then you can create that ecosystem. So it won't be possible overnight, but it's yes, if you are focusing on that, and if every company is hiring, such as like how many companies would be there in Surat for IT? Yes, Chiron.
Like more than I would say 1500 to a plus 1500 plus.
1500 companies, right? Such as like,
Yeah.
think about that. 1500 company is hiring only 3% from the training institute. The trainee who have taken a proper training, and 3%. So how would be how many persons would be there in Surat for the IT?
So maybe I would say like
Four
lots
five
of
triple
people.
zero, four five
Yeah,
double
of
zero,
course.
right?
Yeah,
Near
of
about.
course, of course.
So that much is enough. And just think about the other way, that how many people are going out from Surat? That might be 1000 for the similar
Right.
posts, right? So we could work about this way as well, that we are getting the talent from outside to Surat, and once the ecosystem will be become a good over there, people will start staying where they are, right? So we can focus on this.
Yes, yes. So thank you very much, Dax, for the really, a good explanatory answer reply. And yeah, folks, so I cannot able to take more questions right now, but however, like, Dax is also available on LinkedIn. So Dax has shared his LinkedIn profile in a chat box. So you can also reach out to him and send your questions to him, and he would be much happier to reply to you. And we are about to end this webinar right now. And before we end the webinar, okay, I would like to hear from you, like, what should be our next webinar topic? So I'm going to run a poll for it, and I would require to have like lots of reply from your side. So please, reply back. I'm going to run a poll. So what should be our next webinar topic? So that depends on a company culture, employee work management, or sales acceleration. Please give your vote. Yes. So I think that's it. I'm going to show the result of the poll. So result is available in your screen. So company culture 45%, employee work management 50%, and sales acceleration 5%. So definitely, we will have an internal discussion about like a next topic based on the poll result, and whatever like decision would be there, you will be able to see on our in a LinkedIn profile of UBS. We will circulate. And thank you very much, guys, for being on this webinar. And I personally believe like you would have received lots of insights from Dax Bamania, because he's the best in the industry of recruitment, and he is associated with lots of company across the India. And like some of the parties like participants were available in our previous session as well, and this session as well. So would like to have like a feedback whether uh, do you think like UBS would continue with this kind of a webinar on a continue like a month basis in the future as well? If yes, please reply yes to the chat box. Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much for your precious reply, guys. So I will, end up this webinar over here, and I really thank you, all of you, for being participating here. And thanks very much, Dax Bamania, for being here and sharing your grateful knowledge, soundful knowledge with our participants. Thank you very much. And yes, at the last, this webinar video is available on a YouTube channel of UBS as well. So even after this webinar, you can take it forward from there. Thank you very much. Have a good day, guys.